Hello, my name is Holly, and I will be the language trainer for this hour. We will be studying English through a topic called alternative energy. So we will do some vocabulary activities and a reading to discuss this topic on alternative energy. So, different countries have different ways of getting energy? Is it all electricity? Is it through solar power, through gas? How do people actually get their energy? So that will be the topic for today. Let me show you the material. Okay, so we'll start out by talking about what alternative energy is, and if we can name any, if at all. And then we will go through a vocabulary matching activity. And after that, I'm getting the PDF ready for class. After that, we will do a reading activity. Hello, Fausto. How are you today? Hello, Fausto. Fausto? Hello, Fausto. Can you hear? So we will be doing a reading exercise, and then we'll look at each sentence, and then we will do a vocabulary activity, and then a discussion. So, hello, Tuan on?
Yeah, hello teacher.
Hi.
How are you today?
Pretty good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine too.
Excellent. So, how do I pronounce your name?
You can call me Tuấn Anh.
Ton Ang?
Yeah.
Ton Ang? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You can call me. It's very short. Anh.
Ang. Okay.
Yeah.
That's easier. Ang. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. And where are you from, Ang?
Yeah, I'm from Vietnam.
Vietnam. Awesome.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So, oops. That was some notes from another class. So, hi, Alexander. How are you this morning for you?
Hello, fine, thank you. How is your evening?
As so far so good. So far so good. The last class I taught a couple hours ago. I was frankly very tired because I had taken my mom to a funeral all afternoon. So, and that's always a stressful situation. So, but now I'm much more energetic. So, all right. So, and how are you this morning?
Fine, but I just made coffee because I'm maybe not sleep well. I don't know.
So waking up, huh?
A little bit
Okay.
help for waking up.
Yeah. All right. And what time is it in Vietnam?
Yeah, it's about 11 a.m. now.
Okay. And it's
Yeah.
about 8 a.m. in Russia, right, Alexander?
7.
So, okay, 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. in Vietnam, and it's 9 p.m. on Monday here in Idaho, where I'm from. So, big time difference.
Yeah.
So, all right. Have you been taking classes on Verbling for a long time, or are you fairly new?
Yeah, I take some classes before about 3 or 4 months ago.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. And did you take my classes?
No, this
Oh,
is the
okay.
first time. Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking I didn't recognize your name, but I've been working at Verbling since September. So
Yeah.
anyway, welcome. The topic we are going to do is alternative energy. Are you guys familiar very much with that topic?
Yes, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And Ong, are you familiar with alternative energy?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
Okay, good. Because I know the English, but I'm not familiar with it very well. So just a little bit. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. First of all, first question I have for you guys we're gonna do a reading exercise on an alternative energy, and the first question I have is, Alexander, what is alternative energy? While my PDFs stop working. Anyway, Alexander, what is alternative energy?
Oh, my microphone was muted.
Your
I forgot.
microphone was muting,
Yeah,
and as you
I'm
see, my PDF.
talking, and I see it's triggered off. Okay, alternative energy. It's a type of energy that can what
Excuse me?
that can substitute for gasoline, for instance, in future.
Okay. So a substitution for
For
the
gasoline, for
energy
instance.
that we're using right now. Okay.
Yes.
All right. And Ong, both of you, but Ong, you can start. How many different kinds of alternative energy can you name?
Yeah. Okay. Wind. Wind.
Wind. Okay.
Yeah, and sunshine.
Okay. In English, that would be called solar.
Solar. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it adjective? Solar.
Solar. Solar energy. Yeah.
Okay.
Solar and wind. Come on. What is going on with my PDFs? Okay. Solar and then wind. Okay. And Alexander, can you think of some?
Wind
Okay. Wind is there.
and water.
Water. Okay. And I wonder if that's called tidal.
It's water.
Water?
No, tidal. What is tidal?
I'm thinking that's what they mean by water.
It's like maybe like wind, but water can. Oh, how to say?
It's like it's a water.
Yeah, I think that is not tidal because
It
we
isn't.
use the flow of river to make energy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Bear with me.
So I don't know how to say it in English, but I think it's not tidal.
Yeah, you're right. I just checked. It's hydroelectric. This basically right here. This kind of water. In English,
Yeah.
we call that hydroelectric.
Yes. I talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and okay, so tidal is something different, so we can look at that. Hello, Shinyu, tidal energy. But that's also with water as well. This is tidal energy.
So it's underwater.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
never
we
know.
have
Didn't know that.
Yeah, so we've got hydroelectric, which is with the water dams, and then we have the tidal, which is the underwater, and then the other one that there's two more that's on my list, hydrogen, and then they put this on my teacher thing, nuclear, like this. So solar, wind, tidal, hydroelectric, hydrogen, and nuclear. So the water could be either tidal or hydroelectric, or is there a different type of it's a different type when you are talking about water? Was it this one that you were talking about was a hydroelectric, or?
No, first I meant hydroelectric.
Okay, you did. Okay.
I didn't know about tidal.
Okay.
First time I see it, actually.
Yeah, that's thank God for Google Images. So,
Yeah, I
Jinyu,
see
how
it.
are you?
I think it's a problem to join us.
Yeah,
I
he
see.
did.
I see two Genu.
Yeah, I see two of them, so he must be either trying to get load or it's disconnecting. So, okay, so these are at least this is what the names that I have on my sheet. These kind. In your country, Ong, what kind of energy do you have, for example, in your home?
Me?
Yeah, in the home that you live in.
In my home, we have hydroelectric.
Huh? Hydroelectric.
Yeah,
Okay.
we use hydroelectric.
Okay. And how about Alexander in your home? What kind of energy do you have in your home? Alexander?
Oh, again.
Were you muted again? I do
Yes,
that all the time.
Coffee didn't
Mhm.
didn't see doesn't did
Yeah.
doesn't work.
Yeah, because you don't use the Google mute. But anyway, yes.
In my country, it's we have hydroelectric, nuclear, and actually I don't know. Maybe that's it.
Okay. Jinyu, are you able to speak yet? Okay, if you are speaking, we cannot hear you, unfortunately. Okay, so hydroelectric seems to be the most common, and I believe that that's what's in my country as well, is what most, I think, my area is hydroelectric. So, okay, let's look at some vocabulary words that we will run into while we read this, and then we will systematically read through this. So we've got these words. We've got barren, vast, renewable, viable, take off, venture, and once. So before we look at the definitions, do you guys know what these words mean?
Some of them.
Okay, which ones do you not know?
Vast.
Vast. Vast is usually considered something that is very huge or very big. For example, when people think of Siberia in Russia, we think of the vast land that you have. Also, the northern territories of Canada is very vast.
Okay, like huge?
Yeah, huge, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Any other words? Hi, Fausto. Can you speak yet? Welcome. Yeah, unfortunately, we cannot hear you. So, Ong, are there any words here that you do not know?
Yeah, I don't know. Viral.
Viable.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, if something is viable, it is something that is I'm looking at these going, if something is viable, it's something that is possible. And possible, and it would be a solution that would work. Usually it's used as an adjective, and you would say, oh, that would be a viable solution, and that would be a solution that would work for the community, a viable solution.
Yeah. So it's also like able, right?
Unable? No, it's viable would be able. It wouldn't be
Yeah.
unable.
Yeah, able. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, able to produce.
It.
So, all right, let's see if we can match these, and then we'll try to use the words, and then we will read through these. Let's the definitions here are: could be successful, at some time in the past, become popular, go somewhere despite risk, unable to produce, could always continue, and huge. And Jinyu, are you there? Can you speak yet?
Teacher, can you hear me?
Yes, finally. So, welcome. So, we have
What's
you
your
and
question?
Fausto. The question is, how are you?
I'm fine.
Can you hear us? Can we speak? Good.
I try my best to break the internet block.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it looks like you were able to do it today, right now. So.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, there's you and another person that have come in several times and have not been able to speak. So now we've at least got you working. So hopefully Fausto is successful as well. So, all right. So Alexander, could you choose one of these words and tell me the definition?
Renewable.
Okay.
Renewable, it's something that can be changed for anything else.
Let's skip this one because it isn't actually there.
Renewable.
Yeah, but
which one do you think it is?
Thinking.
I think they made a mistake. Because renewable means.
Could be always continue.
No, it means replaceable.
Yes, yeah, it's, but I can see.
It's not there.
Answer.
Yeah.
Oh, there isn't.
It isn't there. Yeah.
Isn't there? Oh.
So when they did the editing of this, this handouts.com, whatever, where I got this on this, they must have made a mistake. So it's anyway. Let's go on. Ong, can you choose a word and hopefully choose the correct, hopefully the definition's there. So.
Yeah, I choose venture.
Okay, venture, to venture, yes.
It's meant to go somewhere or despite
risks, yes. And to go somewhere despite the risk, despite risks.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That is correct. Okay, go somewhere despite risks. Okay, Jinyu, can you choose a word and the definition?
Barren. Unable to produce.
Yes, if something is barren, it's unable to produce. Perfect. This word is used with, for example, women who are not getting pregnant when they're trying. You can say that they are barren. It also,
About desert. Oh, sorry to
yeah, it's
interrupt.
also desert or land that is not producing food. You would say that it is barren land. So, all right, Alexander, can you choose a word?
Uh, Viable.
Mm-hmm.
Could be successful.
Yes, if something is viable, it could be successful. Okay. All right. Ang, can you choose a word?
Yeah, I choose take off.
Okay.
Yeah, and it might be unable to live.
No, that's barren.
Yeah. Um, okay, can I choose another one?
Mm-hmm. Sure, absolutely.
Vast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it might be become popular.
No, it's another one.
Uh,
I think the become popular is not supposed to be there. So.
hurt. Yeah.
Huge, yes. Vast is
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
So China, Canada, Russia, all these countries have vast land that is just actually quite huge. Okay, and Jinyu, can you choose one of these words?
I can choose once and sometime in the past.
Okay. Yeah, sometime in the past.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
What is the answer for renewable?
A renewable is replaceable and constant. Somehow they made a mistake when they made this.
Oh.
So I've got two screens and I'm looking at the teacher answers on one screen and this on the other. So and they were different. So and actually this one once would be another one. What the teacher guide says that it's actually the answer is huge. Once is actually huge at one time. So that's also another. So they made a mistake, obviously, in this. Okay, to take off. What would to take off be, Alexander?
To leave.
To leave.
I heard it many times in films actually.
Okay, there's two.
But
This
I
phrasal
don't
verb
know.
has two meanings. This phrasal verb, one of them actually is "let's take off." Where is so and so? Well, he just took off. He went to the post office. He took off.
Yeah,
You're right.
I know that, but I don't know the different meaning.
Yeah. So that's the one meaning. So the second meaning it means to become popular. Okay. So if something becomes popular, it has taken off. So if you have a friend that's part of a band that all of a sudden becomes popular, you can say they have taken off. They have left from where they were and they have become popular. And so different type, for example, in this one, they'll talk about how different types of renewable energy or just different types of alternative energy or renewable energy has taken off in different countries. So that's what that means. Hello, Fausto. Can you speak this time? Hello? Okay, so it looks like he's still having problems.
I have a question.
Yes.
About viable.
Mm-hmm.
Can it be also become popular, or it it or it only about some
Usually with the word viable, they're talking about a solution and whether it would work or not. And say they have a problem and everybody's coming up with solutions and one person says, oh, that's a viable solution. That is viable.
like it can be done successful.
Exactly. It could work. That could work is another way I could say.
Okay.
That type of thing. So,
Yes.
all right. Thank you for asking. Fausto, can you speak yet? Nope. Okay.
I hope so.
Oh yes! Yay! We heard you. Yay!
Okay, perfectly. Finally. Sorry, I had a
Finally.
problem with. Yeah, I
Yeah.
had a lot of problems with my computer and connection. Sorry for that.
Not a problem. But Jinyu was having the similar problem. So both you and him were coming in and going out and coming in. So both of you, it took you 3 times. So where are you from, Fausto? Remind me, is it Brazil?
No, Mexico.
Mexico. Okay. All right. And so we have Alexander from Russia, and where it's morning, and then we have Fausto from Mexico, where it is 10:30 p.m., and then Ong from Vietnam, where it is 11:30 p.m. 11:30 a.m., and then Jinyu from China, and is it what time is it, Jinyu? About 10:30?
It's about 12:30.
Okay, it's about 12:30. Okay, so and it's the hour the other way. Okay, excellent. Okay, so we just went over these words. Fausto, we've got barren, which means unable to produce. Vast, which is huge. Renewable, which is replaceable or constant. Viable, which could be successful. We've got take off, which is to become popular. We've got to venture, which means to go somewhere despite risks. And once, which is at some time in the past or at some time, basically one time. One time is really what I would say. One time. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to quickly read the following text, and then we'll do some vocabulary activities. This is a big paragraph. So, Alexander, could you read until the word reserves here?
Okay. Most experts agree that the days of taking fossil fuels for granted are rapidly coming to an end. Oil fields in the United States, which were once plentiful, are now barren, forcing oil producers to venture further in search of new crude reserves.
Okay. Fausto, could you read the rest of it?
Okay, it seems that man has no choice alternative to rely on fossil fuels. Progress so far, however, is not encouraging. Alternative energy sources currently provide approximately 6% of the United States energy supply. In the United Kingdom,
the figure is under 4%.
Okay, so alternative energy sources. So try not to swallow the endings. Sources. Okay, thank you. Sources, perfect. Okay, Jinyu, can you read this paragraph?
There are many ideas for renewable energy, yet few have shown themselves to be viable on a large scale. Wind farms seem attractive on paper, but the need for vast acres of land,
Acres?
vast
That,
acres of land, coupled with the unreliability of nature means that it has never taken off.
okay, excellent, thank you. Alexander, can you read the next paragraph?
Uh, uh, Solar power is another source of renewable energy that has had mixed results. Apart from the obvious disadvantages of relying on the sun, the high cost of producing solar cells means the technology is not yet economically viable. Similar difficulties have prevented other forms of renewable energy from being implemented on a large scale.
All right, thank you. All right, and Fausto, can you read this part?
Okay, perhaps the long-term solution is for the individual to look at ways of reducing electricity consumption. While it might seem that the action of the one person can have little effect, experts believe that energy efficiency could 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 cut domestic consumption by up to 40%, whether it be lowering the temperature of the central heating in solution lofts or
Okay,
installing energy-efficient light bulbs. The potential savings are significant.
okay. So in this word, insulating
Okay,
lofts.
insulating.
Yeah, we're installing energy efficient light bulbs. Okay, so let's look at this paragraph by paragraph. Are there any words or phrases that you guys do not understand? Please ask. You guys totally fine?
Plentiful.
Plentiful?
Yeah.
Okay, so oil
Like
fields in the United
com-
States, which were once plentiful, are now barren. Plentiful is if something is plentiful, you have many. Plentiful
I,
equals many.
it comes from plenty.
Yes,
Okay. Got
and
it.
full.
Thanks. Hmm.
So plentiful, basically plentiful, which also would be many or much. Okay. So are now bearing, forcing oil producers to venture further in search of new crude reserves. Okay, any other words here?
For example, what is the meaning of relying?
To rely means to depend on. To rely on is to depend on.
Okay,
Okay. Where is rely at?
To relying on fossil fuels in the middle
Oh,
of
okay.
the.
Rely on is to relying on fossil fuels. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's go on to the next paragraphs. Any questions here? Acres.
Large scale.
Okay, a large scale is basically what that is. Another word would be vast. When they few have shown themselves to be viable, to be successful on a large scale. So, for example, if you do a project and you only have 5 people involved in the project, it's successful, and you do the same project and you have 500 people, and that's a much larger scale, you don't know if that project is going to work on that large scale. And that's the same as this. You have renewable energy that could work on a small scale, but not necessarily large scale. So it could work in one community, but not in the entire in the entire country. That
Oh,
makes
okay.
sense.
Yeah. I got it. For instance, one law can be work in small country, but can be in large scale
Yeah.
country, like for instance Russia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Like the EU has a problem because they make decisions about like some type of agricultural decision that works really great in Spain, but doesn't work good in Norway or Sweden. And they're like, wait a minute. So.
Yeah, the same was in past in Russia. We
Mhm.
take idea about corn, but it didn't work from
Mhm.
United States.
Yeah.
It's 50 years ago.
Uh-huh.
About
Yeah.
was it didn't work.
Oh, really?
Didn't work.
What type of idea?
To plant corn like
Oh,
in the
okay.
United States, but in our country it didn't work well.
And I think like in the U.S., because we are also a vast country, the reason we have so much control, local control, each state has control of many areas. One reason is because of that. Because if you try to do that on try to put a law on a large scale, it makes it more difficult.
Yeah.
So, okay. Then somebody said acres. Did somebody ask about
Yeah.
acres? Okay. Acres is a way of showing size. But the need for the vast acres of land. So acres, for example, you might buy see, bear with me a moment. Let me Google something. You might buy something that is 10 acres. A second. I'm gonna type that in. How big is 10 acres? And let's look at that. So 10 acres equals to 40,468 square meters. So that's what an acre is. So it's just the size.
Okay.
We've got
Okay.
hectare, we've got acre, square yard, square feet, square inch, square kilometer, square meter, square mile. So it's just basically the size of the land. 10 acres isn't really all that big.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Coupled.
Coupled. Okay.
Like
If some.
in addition to something.
Yeah. Exactly. In addition to, it's basically when it's coupled, it means they're two things together. So the need for vast acres, along with the unreliable nature, means that it has never become popular. It has never taken off. Okay. So that's talking about wind farms. Yeah. do you guys have a lot of these kind of windmills in your countries?
Mm,
No, in my
In
country, I think.
the it's your turn. You first.
Oh, thank you, Jenny. In my country, I think we don't have. I didn't heard
Okay,
about
okay.
it.
You've never seen or never heard
Never
anything?
seen, never heard. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
don't have.
Okay. Do you guys have any windmills in China?
In the northeast of China, there are some windmills.
Mm-hmm. But that is the only area. So,
Uh,
as far as you know.
most energy in China
Mm-hmm.
come from the 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 coal and water hydrated. I don't know that's word.
It's called a hydroelectric, probably. Probably. We're thinking hydroelectric. Okay. Fausto, how about in
Burning
Mexico?
coal and
Hydrogen?
burning coal produce electricity, and
Mm-hmm.
using water produce the uh, electricity.
Mm-hmm.
Teacher,
Okay.
can you type that word?
Excuse me?
Hydro
Hydroelectric. And
hydroelectric.
we actually
Oh.
looked this up actually. Well, this one right here, because you guys weren't here for this, this type of energy with where you basically have windmills under the water, which I've never really heard of, is called tidal. Tidal. And then
I don't know this.
yeah, and then you have the hydro electric, which is what I think a lot of countries use, which is the with the dams and the water, and this is a hydroelectric, and I didn't realize that this is what it was called. so we're all learning something new. So okay, all right, let's go on. So I'm gonna. Let's look at this. Let's write one sentence for each paragraph. And so why don't we have this, Alexander, we'll look at this again, but if you could tell me a sentence for paragraph 1, and Fausto for paragraph 2, and Zhenyu, you do paragraph 3, and I will do paragraph 4. So let's look at this together again. Paragraph 1. Oops. So do you have can you summarize paragraph 1 in one sentence, Andre? Andre, are you ready?
Oh, I try.
Okay, no worries.
Uh, Experts uh, uh, agree that that uh, taking oil coming to end.
Okay, it's coming to an end.
It's coming to an end, and it is it's necessary to find another.
I'm going to change the tense. It will be necessary.
It will be necessary to find different an alternative.
Okay.
Would be better. An alternative source of energy.
Very good. Alternative source of energy. That was very good. Excellent. All right. It was, yeah, this is not easy, but you did very good. So, Fausto, can you try that on number 2, this paragraph?
Okay, yes, teacher.
Okay. What is your sentence?
Okay, teacher, could you show me the paragraph number 2, please?
Yeah, this one right here. So there are many ideas for renewable energy, yet few have shown themselves to be viable on a large scale. Wind farms seem attractive on paper, but the need for vast acres of land coupled with the unreliability of nature means that it has never taken off. Okay. Do you have any idea? How would you summarize this?
Okay, wind farms need vast acres of land. Could you scroll up, please?
Yeah, wind farms need vast acres of land. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Coupled with the reliability of nature, and that's it.
Okay. Coupled with the the reliability of nature. Okay, that's okay. What I would do is I would a lot of times when you summarize, and in English, all you have to do is look at really the first sentence. What is this main idea? Okay, so the main idea for this one, this is an example. Okay, so the main idea for this one is you can say many alternative forms of energy is difficult. For example, and then put what you had said. For example, wind farms need vast acres of vast acres of land. Oops, I didn't write that down. Land coupled with the reliability of nature. So that's what how I would change that. So this would go in the front of that. Okay. So for example, wind farms need vast acres of land coupled, and I didn't put that there, coupled with the reliability of nature. Okay? Jinyu, very good. Jinyu, can you try the third paragraph? So do you have it printed out? Because I think you do a lot, right?
Teacher, I'm thinking.
Okay.
There are some forms of renewable energy are available, but mm, but mm, but the technology didn't get the bigger progress.
Okay, after but. Say that again.
But but the technology, but the technology,
They take knowledge.
uh, the mm,
There are some forms of renewable energy available, but they take knowledge.
mm,
Let's see.
the technology.
Knowledge is not the word, right?
Mm, the technology is not wearable.
Knowledge is not the what word, but they take what?
The technology, I think
But
he
the
said.
technology.
Yeah, that technology.
Okay, the technology. And did you see
The
when I put they take knowledge? The
the
technology.
the
The
technology
technology. Okay, is
is
not
not
available.
available.
Okay, thank you for figuring that out because I was not understanding your pronunciation. I apologize. So,
No
okay,
problem. My bad
okay,
pronunciation.
yeah. No, your pronunciation is fine. So,
You are very tired today. You need to take a rest.
yeah, actually, I had to go to a funeral earlier today. It was one of my dad's good friends, and um, I don't like doing those kind of things. So because of that, it kind of stressed me out, and therefore I get tired when it stresses me out. So then this one, individuals can make a difference by reviewing how much electricity they use. Okay, so I have a computer that I never turn off. Does that mean I am abusing electricity? What's your opinion?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So do I.
I did when I went to the funeral today. I did actually put it on hibernate, but I don't normally do that. So it was like something strange for me. So, Fausto, is there any way that you abuse electricity?
Mm, for example, at this moment, I am using the computer, and
Uh-huh.
I have it plugged all the time.
You have it plugged in all the time. Okay,
Yes, for
that could
example.
be one.
Um,
Yeah.
okay, for example,
Yeah.
every day I need to wake up early in the morning, so I need to turn on all the lights that I can use. I can see things
Mhm.
because it is a little dark
Mhm.
in early in the morning here in Guadalajara.
Mhm.
So that is
Okay.
the reason that I'm thinking that I am abusing of the electricity.
Yeah. Well, if you're turning all the lights on, yeah, you probably are a little. So, um, Jinyu, how about you? Are you abusing electricity in any way?
And a few years ago, I enjoyed playing video games. I always turned on my computer.
Mhm.
My computer would last about a few days. When
Mhm.
I went to work, I I had my video games on. I didn't turn it off.
Mm, you didn't
It
turn it off.
consumed a lot of electricity, but
Yeah.
my wife always complained about that.
Did she turn it
She
off?
often said to me, "The computer is your first lover. I don't like you."
So your wife is an internet widow.
What is internet widow?
Okay. It's
I
it's act-
type that.
I just made it up. Okay. Okay. It's very similar to a golf widow. Okay.
Oh,
A
I
golf
I got
widow
it. I
is,
got it. I got it. I got
yeah,
it.
you got it?
I don't know
You are
what does it mean.
Okay. Well, a widow is a woman who has lost her husband
Widow,
who
I
had
know.
died.
What golf widow?
A golf widow.
Yeah, yeah.
A golf widow is his main love and his hobby is golf. Well, when a person goes out and plays and golfs, it takes 4 to 6 hours. And if they're really, really into golf, they'll go every day, they'll go every evening, they'll go as much as they possibly can, and then they leave their wives at home with the children while they go out and play and golf. And
So generally we can say it about most of the things, yes?
yeah, yeah. So
Mhm.
the joke is, well, I'm a golf widow. If the husband is always golfing, well, I just said to Jinyu because his wife always
Yeah.
complains that he's on the internet and playing games. That she's an internet widow.
Okay,
So
got it. Yeah.
yeah, it's just a joke.
Okay, teacher, could you write it down?
Yeah, it's on the Verbling chat. So can you see the Verbling chat? If not, I'll put it on. And so internet widow and golf widow. Okay. All right. So Alexander, how do you waste energy? Or do you?
Actually, yes, my computer, I turn it on off only at evening.
Okay. So you
Before.
keep it on all day.
Yes, yes, okay.
Okay. So you're not as bad as me, but you still do keep it on all day.
Yeah,
So.
because it's neat sometimes
Uh-huh. Yeah.
during the day.
Well, I had
I
some.
stay open.
Yeah, I had some students that tell me that it's necessary. It's probably better on the computer to keep the computers on for long periods of time than always turning it off and turning it back on and turning it off and turning it back on. So I don't know if that's true. But
Didn't
all
know
right,
that either.
yeah, that's somebody, a Nokia student told me. He was very surprised that I was always turning my computer off, and he said, "Why don't you at least put it in hibernate or sleep?" And I was like, really? I could do that? so I want to thank you all for your participation in class today. And this was a difficult topic, yeah, but you did a very good job. So I hope to see you in another class. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
teacher. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.